Let's explore the first illustration. The first illustration is about the inequality among teachers. The teacher on the left symbolizes a Filipino teacher with a simple uniform. Not all teachers in the Philippines wear this kind of uniform, but many in the provincial areas do. On the right side, the image represents a foreign teacher, which is most likely American, equipped with high-quality clothes. The Filipino teacher holds a stick with a bag of money that is way smaller than the bag of money carried by the American teacher. At the bottom, the text equal work, unequal pay emphasizes the salary difference between the two. This isn't just a disparity between teachers, but also this reflects the economic gap between countries. Most of the workers and teachers in the Philippines are getting underpaid, and the reason behind this are the weak labor laws and enforcements. Many workers in this nation aren't getting abused because they aren't protected well, and some employers are getting away with this. High unemployment and underemployment, this problem keeps on seeping through Filipinos. Why? Because most of them don't have proper educational background. In result, they get underpaid. And the fact is, they just have to accept it because they cannot do anything about it. In their perspective, well, I'm earning a little, even though I'm clearly abused. But this is okay rather than not earning. As we delve in this topic, government and political issues are also connected to this. Because most of the problems regarding the salary of workers and teachers here in the Philippines as a root cause of corruption and improper labor protection. Additionally, the school building in the background subtly reminds us of the school setting both teachers share. Despite having similar roles, workloads, and responsibilities, the difference in wages highlights the global issue of unequal opportunities and recognition for hard work.
The illustration above symbolizes the corruption of family Villar in our lands that end up being a big issue towards agriculture and politics, due to them being an example of political dynasty and them being greedy towards lands that either a rice fields that the farmers gain money for or a place where people live in. Their actions lead to some farmers are not having any revenue on their crops and normal people are being homeless or doesn't have any place to live. Family Villar became so rich after so many years. They think that their position in the government is a business and not a way to help their people. The corruption of Family Villar is only one example of corrupt officials in our government. These people are using their power on their own motives, are being the cause of people doing crime. Just as Teresa Mandiola said, most often, political dynasty comes with the abuse and violation of human rights. This coming election, we should think and vote wisely.
Let us talk about now illustration 3 and what it means. This editorial cartoon presents a striking critique of justice and accountability in global politics. The central image features a set of scales symbolizing justice, with one side weighing down a bound, nearly naked man, who is the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, possibly representing a former authoritarian leader, while the other side holds a suited figure, likely a historical leader accused of similar crimes but treated differently. The presence of figures in the background, many of whom appear to be historical judges, prosecutors, and political figures, reinforces the theme of selective justice. The signs reading Crimes Against Humanity highlight the cartoon's critique of how international justice is applied inconsistently. The imagery of desperate protesters and indifferent officials suggests frustration with how power protects certain individuals while punishing others. This artwork draws from historical events, possibly referencing war crimes tribunals and international courts where political biases have influenced verdicts. It ultimately questions whether true justice exists or it remains an illusion shaped by power. This editorial cartoon or this illustration shows what happens when onions are imported into the country. The rich businessman represents those who bring in onions from other countries. Because there are too many imported onions, he makes a lot of money selling them. On the other hand, the farmer works very hard to grow onions, but since there are already too many onions in the market, he has to sell his for a very low price. Sometimes farmers even throw their onions away because no one buys them. The government allows onion imports to make sure there are enough for everyone and to keep prices low. But when imports arrive at the same time as the local harvest, farmers struggle to earn money. The cartoon shows the big difference between the importer, who gets rich, and the farmer, who works very hard but still struggles. It shows how supply and demand affects local farmers and businesses.
This political cartoon illustrates the problem of corruption in the Philippines. The politician perched on a mound of money epitomizes how leaders profit from the labor of ordinary citizens without offering anything in return. The peso symbol on the scepter signifies that wealth and power are prioritized over the people's well-being. The workers straining to support the throne represent the heavy load imposed on citizens, indicating how they are compelled to uphold a system that favors a select few. The speech bubble stating, "Keep working harder," emphasizes the injustice of leaders expecting more from the populace while they revel in luxury and wealth. The scowling sun in the background symbolizes the nation's disappointment and discontent with persistent corruption, influenced by early 20th century political cartoons. This artwork showcases the deeply entrenched issues of corruption and exploitation in Philippine society. The imagery underscores the imbalance of power and the lasting struggle for fairness and justice.